Hey everyone, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in for this video. I'm going to share with you my 10 favorite neutral lipsticks. So that can mean neutral as in, a really light nude lipstick that might practically erase your lips, or down to something that's a little bit deeper, but it's still in that neutral color family. It's not pink, it's not berry, it's something that has like maybe some brownish undertones or kind of a caramely color. And yeah, I've just kind of selected some of my favorites, and I kind of, when I'm thinking about ideas for videos, I sort of think about, what have I been getting a lot of emails about, or what have there been a lot of questions about on the Facebook page or Twitter or things like that. So this is why I thought this would be an appropriate video, and I will have swatches of these lipsticks on my blog, so if you want to kind of be able to compare them a little bit more side by side through a swatch, you can do that. So anyway, I'll just kind of get on with the descriptions here and try to keep them as short as I can. The lightest lipstick that I'm going to recommend here is from Revlon. It's one of those Revlon Color Burst lipsticks that I love so much, and this shade is Soft Nude. And so this is, you may have heard people talk about this before, but this is a really light nude lipstick. When I put it on with my skin tone, I feel like it almost makes my lips blend in with the rest of my skin. It's creamy, it doesn't have shimmer in it, so if you just want that creamy nude lip look, this is going to give you that classic nude lip to where it is practically, kind of making your lips not stand out too much. If you want that emphasis, real heavy emphasis on your eyes, then this might be a good lipstick for your lips on those, maybe you're going out and you really want that kind of contrast going on. So again, that's Soft Nude from Revlon, the Color Burst, so it's got this kind of packaging with it. And it is a creamy lipstick. It is I'm not going to call it a long-wearing lipstick because it's just not one of those super long-wearing kinds, but I also don't feel like it wears off that quickly either. It's just kind of one of those in between. The next one is from Wet n Wild, and if you've been keeping an eye on the Wet n Wild brand, it's been changing a little bit, and they have some new matte lipsticks, and this one is 902C. So kind of stinks, but you have to kind of identify some of these just by the number, but it's 902C, and this is going to be a little bit of a deeper nude shade. So like this is it's still matte and it's really pretty, but like if I compare this to Soft Nude, this is the sort of color difference we're talking about. So this one shows up a little lighter, it's got a little more shine to it just because it's one of those creamy lipsticks. This one's a little more matte and just a little darker, but if you are looking for that neutral color on your lips, personally I like taking this and topping this with a little bit lighter gloss right in the center of my lower lip. I think it looks really, really pretty that way. But this is not going to be one of those crazy shiny lipsticks, but it is going to last a fairly long time on your lips, which is sort of impressive there. But yeah, from Wet n Wild, you're going to get a really good price on that, and it's just a nice, if you don't like to necessarily look like your lips are erased from your face, but if you do have a deeper skin tone, this may be like a good nude lip for you. I just kind of now thought of that, but, if your skin tone's a little lighter, this is going to be your nude, but this may be the nude for someone with a little deeper skin. Next up, sort of one of those light shimmery shades that's kind of sheer, kind of just really going to look nice and shimmery on your lips, and this is for another one from Wet n Wild. This is one of their regular, I think they're 99-cent lipsticks, and it's 547B. Just a light kind of champagne shimmer. This goes on kind of sheer. It feels super light on your lips, and I kind of like this because I think these shades that are kind of super light and have a little shimmer kind of brighten up the face, so that's a really, really good lipstick there from Wet n Wild. Next one is another one that has, that little bit of shine, that little almost metallic edge to it, and it's from NYX, or NYX, whichever way you like to say it, and it is called Ceto, C-E-T-O. This one is kind of a little bit deeper than anything we've talked about so far, but it has kind of a more complex tone to it. You can see it's got almost a metallic feel to it. It's coming off a little bit deeper on camera, honestly, than it appears here in front of me, but it's kind of like a peachy bronze is kind of the way I would describe this in person. And it's fairly light, and it just has a nice amount of shimmer. It's going to be very complementary to other skin tones, and it's not going to be one of those lipsticks that you put on and you feel like, to make this work, I have to use a gloss with it. It can look really nice on its own. Next one is a light lipstick, but it has a little bit of a pinkish edge to it, and it is the e.l.f. Mineral Lipstick. So you can find this on the e.l.f. website in Nicely Nude. And this is what we're looking at for this lipstick. It is really, I feel like it is a nude color, but it has a lightish pinky peach tone to it with a golden undertone. So if you look really, really closely at it, you can see that the shimmer, very subtle by the way, not chunky. The shimmer in this actually has a golden tone, but the lipstick itself is like a peachy pink. So this is really, really pretty. It's gonna give you kind of a natural look, and like I said, the shimmers are very fine in this, so it's just going to come off like a nice creamy lipstick, really. You're not going to see a lot of kind of chrome metallic look with that. This next one is a huge favorite of mine, and it is another one of the Revlon Color Burst lipsticks. So I had soft nude earlier, and this one is blush. So this one is so wearable, so good. I would recommend this for so many people of different, you know, skin types, because this is just a really nice neutral shade. It's creamy. It goes on the lips and really, I mean, the color pops, but yet it's not an over-the-top kind of look, you know what I mean? Like, you're getting a lot of color, but it's so wearable. It has kind of, I would call this like a rosy toned neutral. It has a little bit of like a deep rosy mauve twist to it, but it's just a really great color, and I mean, it just kind of makes your whole face look sort of pulled together. It's kind of hard to describe. Sometimes with these products I really like, it's like I just can't quite find the words, but I think you're really going to like this if you've been on the lookout for a neutral lipstick and you just haven't found what you've been looking for. This one is so nice, and just the fact that it has that little bit of a rosy tone to it. If you got some blush on, it's going to bring out your cheeks. It's going to really make the whole face look good. Next one I have to talk about is the one I have on right now. So we're talking a little bit deeper and still with a slight rosy tone, but I'm still calling it neutral because I just really don't feel like this is a berry. I don't feel like it's a pink at all. It's one of the Rimmel Moisture Renew lipsticks, which I really love, just pretty much like I like the Color Burst. I really like these too. And this shade is Dusty Rose. So this is what I have on my lips now. So as you can see, it's kind of neutral, but it has that little bit of mauve. It's like a mauvey brown almost. And I don't know if you guys have looked up Alba Mayo on YouTube, but she's great. She won one of my contests early on, and I've loved her videos ever since I found her on there. And she talked about this lipstick. It looked great on her. I like it on myself as well. It's pretty creamy, so this does not have shimmer and sparkle to it. So a straight up kind of creamy lipstick. A little bit deeper. I think it really can dress up your look just a little bit, where some of these other neutrals are just so wearable, you know, they're not going to really stand out a whole lot, but this is a little more of one of those neutrals that's going to pop a little bit more from your face. The next two are sort of like a drugstore dupe and a high-end version that are very, very similar. I'll talk about the high-end one first, and that is MAC's Viva Glam 5. I don't have a lot of MAC lipsticks. I only have a few, but this is one that I'm so glad I got because I heard it heavily recommended by people, and even the girl at the counter was recommending this to me, and I got it and I was not disappointed. So this is what we're looking at here. This one does have some shimmer. I'm seeing like a golden toned shimmer in this, and as for the lipstick itself, you know, it's a neutral shade. It's got some brown, it's got a little bit of bronze in there, and it's got maybe a little bit of a hint of like a rosy color, but not very, very muted on that side. So neutral lipstick, but something that's going to give your face a little color. Not going to erase your lips, but it's going to kind of enhance, you know, the natural color of your lips. I love that little gold shimmer to it. I think that's really, really pretty with the Viva Glam 5, but I think I've found something that is the drugstore dupe of this, and it is Moisture Renew from Rimmel in Sunset. Very, very similar, and it's right down to that little tiny, if you're looking right up close at it, little bit of a golden shimmer to it. It's got sort of, you know, tones of peach and light bronze, and just a really pretty look. And you look at them side by side, and they are very similar. It almost looks like when I hold them up here together that Viva Glam 5 has a hint more mauve in it, and this has a little more gold, but really they're very similar on, and to swatch them they look very similar as well. So I was kind of happy with that find. I thought you guys might like to know about that as well. We're getting to number 10 already, can you believe it? Wow, time's flying for me. I don't know about you, but my last one is from L'Oreal. It's a Color Riche lipstick in Eva's Caramel. So this was when they came out with all of those star-inspired shades for all the celebrities that are endorsing their products. They all kind of had their own lipstick shade, and this is Eva Longoria's shade. And so this is the deepest one I'm going to be talking about today, but I still feel it's definitely a neutral. This has some tones of red, deep bronze, gold. I mean, it's just, it's a kind of like a warm color, but it's kind of like got a lot of deep bronze in this that I think is very pretty. It's not too dark. It's not going to overwhelm the face, but I like it. I think medium skin tones would look great on this. I mean, you picture Eva Longoria. People with her skin tone and darker, I think would really look nice with this. If you have super, super fair skin, I'm not sure that this would be the best pick for you, but this is, I mean, if you're going for a really maybe dressed up look and you want your face to come across very polished, very finished, and you still want to keep it neutral, this lipstick, I believe, would be a very good pick for you. So thank you so much for tuning in for this video and hearing me ramble through all 10 of those lipsticks. Just recently got off work, and I'm still in my work gear, my work makeup, my work hair right now, but I've been thinking kind of about doing a video like this for a while, so I'm glad you tuned in, and have a great day, and I hope to see you again soon.